City of Joliet with Mayor Bob Odekirk presiding on Monday, September 19th, 2022. Call the roll, please.
Mayor Odekirk?
Here.
Councilman Clement?
Here.
Councilwoman Gavin?
Here.
Councilman Guerrero?
Here.
Councilman Hug? Councilman Morris?
Here.
Councilman Mudrin?
Here.
Councilwoman Quillman?
Here.
Councilwoman Reardon?
Here.
There are no presentations this evening, so first is citizens to be heard on agenda items. Is there anyone present that would like to speak on an agenda item this evening? Seeing none, we'll ask the city manager to discuss tomorrow's agenda items.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First off, agenda item 471-22, award of a contract for the DeKalb Street Door Avenue roadway project to Austin Tyler Construction in the amount of $336,000, $3,336. Next agenda item 472-22, award of a contract for the purchase of a replacement motor for Well 22D motor to Lane Christensen Company in the amount of $140,000, $968. Next agenda item is 473-22, an award of a contract for the repairs, again, to Well 22D pump to Lane Christensen Company in the amount of $35,356. Agenda item 474-22, award a contract for the 2022 bulk roadway signs material, purchase order number 1 to the Traffic Control and Protection Incorporated in the amount of $60,298. Agenda item 475-22, award a contract for the 2022 electrical materials purchase order number 2 to Gray Bar Services in the amount of $21,634.40. Next agenda item is 476-22, and it's a rejection of a bid for contract 2654 through 0622 Parks Avenue E, and it's also to award a bid. Just for explanation on this, what had happened was we sent out a bid process for this. Not all the bid packets were correct when we sent it out. Consequently, we didn't get an apples to apples comparison on the bidding process. So we're asking that you reject that first bid process. We went ahead meantime and because the time was clicking, resent out another bid process. So we're asking you to reject the original one and then accept the second round of bidding, which went to Austin Tyler in the amount of $670,193.95. It went, a correction, to PT Farrell, I'm sorry. I take that back. It was awarded to PT Farrell in the amount of $622,221.48. So again, we made a mistake here and had to withdraw those bids, and then consequently we fixed that, remedied it, so everybody had the same bidding package and was on the same sheet of music. Next agenda item is 477-22, amendment number 1 to the geotechnical services for the CSO regulator modification project to Seco Consultants in the amount of $9,690. Agenda item 478-22, amendment number 5 to the professional services agreement for the Fairmont Corrosion Control Study to Strand Incorporated in the amount of $53,000. Agenda item 479-22, change order 1 for the 2021-2022 hazardous tree trimming and removal project to Arbor Tech Transportation in the amount of $99,500. Agenda item 481-22, purchase of water metering equipment from Core and Main LP in the amount of $3,312,440.
Yep.
For the metering equipment here, except see the approver report, but I don't see any additional notes. So I was just wondering if these are meters that will be placed like at the pumping stations, or are these at the end of the service lines?
Wait 1 second. I have that information. Oh, these are the, this is for the entirety of the system. So, and it will monitor 49,000 meters on a monthly basis. So there's kind of three components to it: the water meters themselves, the smart point radios, and the radio infrastructure that actually has the tower infrastructure. So the city's meter shop with a contracted backup will be able to perform repairs and replacement to water meters, smart radios, and associated equipment. So that's what it's for. And if you would like a further explanation, I can get you something else as well, Councilman.
Sure, yeah, if we could just see kind of a scope, a general scope of where everything will be installed, and just kind of maybe a breakdown of the cost. You said it's the three components: the meters, the radio, and the radio service.
That's correct. If in your packet, there should be a unit of what exactly we're buying for what amount and the numbers. So if you look through the packet, that is included. That breakdown is included.
I see it here now. Thank you.
Okay. Would you still like some more information?
I think that should be enough. Yeah.
Okay. Agenda item 483-22, issuance of Class C liquor license.
The liquor commissioner's here. Well, you can come up and address these.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Hold on a second, Kevin. Mic's not working. His mic's not working?
There we go. There you go.
Oh, yeah, okay.
IT guy. Is that good?
Yeah,
Okay.
user error.
All right. First agenda number 483-22. Public hearing was held on September 7th, 2022 for a request of a Class C liquor license. The applicant is Ashish Patel, DBA Consumer Liquor. The address is 1607 Jefferson Street. No persons appeared in opposition. There are no outstanding monies owed to the city. Police and fire departments have no issues. The building department has no issues. Based on the facts and findings of the hearing, the Liquor Commission is recommending approval. Next, agenda number 484-22. Public hearing was held on September 7th, 2022 for a request of a Class C liquor license. The applicant is Ashish Patel, DBA is Consumer Liquor. The location is 1134 Plainfield Road. No persons appeared in opposition. There are no monies owed to the city. Police and fire departments have no issues, and the building department has no issues. Based on the facts and findings of the hearing, the Liquor Commission is recommending approval. Agenda number 485-22. A public hearing was held on September 7th, 2022 for a request of a Class C liquor license. The applicant is Emmanuel Ashibubu, DBA Dash Mart / The Corner Market by Caviar. Location is 420 West Jefferson Street. No persons appeared in opposition. There are no outstanding monies owed to the city. Police and fire department will defer to the building department, who will approve upon completion of final inspection. Based on the facts and findings of the hearing, the Liquor Commission is recommending approval. And lastly, agenda 486-22. A public hearing was held on July 27th, 2022. The applicant is Biju Patel, DBA 711-33031. The location is 3620 Rock Creek Boulevard. No persons appeared in opposition. There are no outstanding monies owed to the city. Police and fire department have no issues. The building department has no issues. Based on the facts and findings of the hearing, the Liquor Commission is recommending denial.
Any questions?
Question, could we go back to 48522? Our agenda talks about 1418 West Jefferson, and I thought I heard you say 420 West Jefferson?
1420.
I have 1418.
Let me see. The actual, the location is 1420 West Jefferson. It's a mini plaza. I think there's 4 separate properties, or one property, 4 separate buildings. This particular one is at 1420.
1420. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. That-
Yep, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Continuing on with ordinance associated, which is agenda 488-22. Ordinance associated with a re-subdivision of Lot 2 Timber Points, planned unit development. An ordinance approving a preliminary plat of re-subdivision of Lot 2 Timber Point planned unit development. An ordinance approving the final plat of re-subdivision of Lot 2 Timber Point planned unit development. And an ordinance approving the recording plat of re-subdivision of Lot 2 Timber Point planned unit development. Item 489-22, ordinance approving a special use permit to allow staffing company located at 232 South Larkin Avenue, and that's agenda item 489-22. Next agenda item is 490-22, an ordinance approving the street name change for Hollywood Road. This is the, from currently South Vetter Road to Baseline Road, Center Point to Elwood Village, and that'll be the Hobart Road, which is, will be the feeder into the Hobart Road Bridge. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and change that name so everybody knows that it'll be the one, that's all one, just continuation of the road. Agenda item 491-22, ordinance declaring certain properties as public nuisances, and that list is attached. Resolution 493-22, resolution authorizing the purchase of properties from the Will County Delinquent Tax Auction, and that's 493-22. Item 494-22, resolution appropriating motor fuel tax funds for the DeKalb Street Dora Avenue roadway project in the amount of $331,986. Item 495-22, resolution approving an addendum to an intergovernmental agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the I-55 and Route 59 interchange improvements. Agenda item 496-22, resolution authorizing a preliminary engineering agreement with the Union Pacific Railroad Company for the Millsdale Road grade separation project. Agenda item 497-22, a resolution authorizing execution of a professional fee agreement for water and sewer engineering services associated with the Compass Business Park. Agenda item 498-22, a resolution declaring certain City of Joliet property as surplus. And this is almost, it's all the old vehicles that have, many of the police vehicles and many of the city's vehicles have been, they have hundreds of thousands of miles on them. So they're no longer fit for service, and it's a process of getting them, selling them or removing them from surplus. As we've continued to upgrade to new vehicles, I know that we bought 25 police vehicles this year, and hopefully the budget next year will, if you approve it, we'll be purchasing additional vehicles to replace these vehicles as they're taken out of service. And with that, that will conclude my comments.
Your Honor, if I may ask Jim a question,
Sure.
and I go back, Jim, will you go back with me to 489-22 regarding the special use permit for a staffing company? I need some clarification. I think it might have been a year or two ago that we put a moratorium on staffing agencies. Is that, can you talk more about that?
I'd have to find out a little bit more information for you, Councilwoman, on that.
Okay.
But I know that they need a special use permit. That's why they're coming and asking for this particular special use permit. So,
Yeah,
they,
I know. I
yes,
understand that
right.
part. But, if you could find out, any one of my colleagues, if it kind of jogs your memory a little bit, did we or did we not do that, or did we lift that?
I don't remember voting on that issue.
You don't remember, Mayor, is that what you said?
Yeah, I don't remember voting on a moratorium.
For the staffing agencies?
Was it?
It was some conversation. I don't remember what we did.
We talked about it.
We talked about, I know it was the issue.
Yeah, we certainly talked about it.
I recall.
I thought we voted
Didn't we?
for a moratorium, but I'm not sure. Jim, if you could find out
Absolutely.
What happens to follow up on that, I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, Councilwoman, absolutely.
Mayor? Yes, as I recall,
Thank you so much for your response. I got your response back, so.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
yes, I recall the gold stores and check cashing, we did a formal memo ordinance, remember, back in the day, but I believe we did the same thing. Terry, you probably remember too, we did the same thing with the staffing agencies that we did with the warehouses on 53. We did a verbal kind of like, we have to have certain things happen before we start doing it again.
Yeah, it was something, I can't recall
Yeah, I remember the
exactly.
warehouse.
Yeah, same thing with the staff, I don't think we formally did, but Jim's gonna look it up, so.
Next is public comments. First is the Joliet American Legion Band.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. My name is Gary Pica. I stand before you as a proud member of the Joliet American Legion Band. My purpose for being here tonight is twofold. First, I would like to fill you in on what the Joliet American Legion Band has been up to as of late. On Saturday, August 27th, 62 members of the all-volunteer band, under the baton of our director, Mike Fisk, participated in a national concert band competition held in conjunction with the American Legion's 103rd National Convention that took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Competing against top caliber bands from Kansas City, Kansas, Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and Tonawanda, New York, all prior winners themselves, I am pleased to announce to you that your Joliet American Legion Band came away the victors with a score of 95.33, surpassing the Tonawanda Band by nearly 2 points. We are more than elated to bring home for the 39th time in the 76-year history of the band another first-place national trophy to the City of Champions.
Now we applaud.
Thank you.
Proclamation, Mayor.
In addition to those national titles, the band has also amassed a total of 52 state titles. While you could say we are tooting our own horns, I don't believe that there is another organization in this city that has accumulated so many noteworthy titles. If you know the origin of the motto of the City of Champions, then you are well aware that this motto was actually coined in recognition of the tremendous talent, dedication, and multiple championships accrued by the esteemed Joliet High School bands that graced the city nearly a century ago. Those bands were under the direction of the legendary conductor A.R. McAllister Sr. In the 20s and 30s, McAllister's bands were so successful that it had been reported that they were kindly asked to suspend their appearances in certain competitions just to give the other bands a chance. The present-day Joliet American Legion Band was founded by two young servicemen, the late Archie McAllister Jr. and the late William E. Austin Jr. It was their intent to have McAllister Sr. serve as the band's first director. Sadly, that never occurred as McAllister Sr. passed away in the fall of 1944 while his son was still serving our nation in the South Pacific. That original band was then fittingly named the A.R. McAllister Memorial Band, under the baton of Archie McAllister Jr., who later passed that baton on to now Director Emeritus, Tom Drake. Paying homage to the many gifted Joliet bandsmen that paved the way for us, the current Joliet American Legion Band opened its contest program in Milwaukee with a local favorite, the March of the Steelmen. The other reason for being here tonight is to ask you for your support and seek your assistance in navigating the waters of IDOT to possibly get one or more signs placed in the various gateways to the city of Joliet that would commemorate the many achievements of the Joliet American Legion Band. We are proud of what we and our predecessors have accomplished and hope you and the city as a whole are too. Could this be a possibility? I would ask that you mull this over in the coming weeks and respectfully request that you respond back to the leadership of the band in a not too distant future.
Mayor, we can put it on our message boards, can't we?
Yeah, go ahead, finish up.
Oh, I'm sorry that you were
Okay.
finished.
Before I conclude, I would like to introduce you to some of the other members of the Geld family that are present tonight. All these individuals share more than just their musical talents for the betterment of the band. First off, Mike Fisk, our maestro. Mike Bank, tenor saxophone player. Mike is our president-elect for the coming year. We have Mercedes Nagel, a clarinetist, board member, all-around go-to person. Ken Spreitzer, our principal clarinetist, concert master, section leader, and he'll be our vice president in the coming year. And last but not least, Donna Verkland Pesavento, flute player, board member, and our band manager. Our current president, Matthew Witt, could not be here tonight due to work obligations. Finally, don't forget to mark your calendars for the Jobs 39th edition of the Sounds of Christmas concert at the Rialto on Sunday, December 11th at 2 p.m. From its inception in the early 80s, the purpose of this concert has been to give back to the community that supports the band, while at the same time providing assistance to the less fortunate in our community. We look forward to seeing you at the Rialto in December, but if not then, please join us at the Veterans Day ceremony at our sponsoring post, Post 1080, or perhaps we'll see you at the always balmy Light Up the Holidays Parade. Thank you, and thank you for consideration of our request.
Thank you, congratulations. We've been in touch with IDOT on a regular basis with the work on I-80, so definitely reach out to them and see what they can do to facilitate this.
Appreciate
So
that.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Trista Brown.
Good evening. This is our group, Speak Up, and I want to thank the mayor for allowing us to do this presentation to present to our councilman, Terry Morris. And can't catch this man. We've been trying to get this. I had to call the mayor to make sure we got it to you. But first of all, I want to thank for you guys, you know, the mayor and Terry and Jan for making my mother that honorary street. And in memory of my mother, we have what we call the Margaret Graves Humanitarian Award. And since, maybe since 5 years, we've been giving this award to people who have just planted seeds into our community. And we wanted to present this to you, Terry, today. And that we do appreciate you. We appreciate the seeds that you planted in our community. And we would like to speak up, would like to present this award to you today.
Thank you. We're presenting to you with the Margaret Graves Humanitarian Award for 2022. As you know, she was a community activist and a civil rights activist. And we want to honor those values of hers that we see reflected in you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We found the best picture we could find on Facebook, Terry. So we'd like to present this to you. The Margaret Graves Humanitarian Award, Beyond My Duty, Serving.
Probably the only picture you find on Facebook.
Terry, it's customary to give a speech when you accept the award.
Oh, is it?
Speech.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I got a speech for the mayor setting me up. I was just trying to duck and dodge Trista. When I saw her coming up, I said, Trista's coming up to holler at me. Again, thank you so much, Trista, and your organization for the fine work you did. And just, to get this award named after your mother, who was an activist in the community, when I first came to Joliet, getting to meet her and the work that she done, it really means a lot, honestly. Thank you so much. Thank you, too.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak under public comments this evening? Seeing none, there is a request for closed session. Is there a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, collective bargaining, land acquisition, or conveyance pending or threatened litigation, after which the meeting will be adjourned?
So moved.
Second.
Been motion and seconded to approve. Councilman Clement?
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin? Aye. Councilman Guerrero?
Aye.
Councilman Hug?
Aye.
Councilman Morris?
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin?
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Reardon.
Aye.
Motion carried.